In this tutorial we're going to create a guide layer path, but a free drawn one that allows an object to move around that path. So last time we looked at doing a simple circle, this time we're going to do something a bit more organic. So I've created a little paper aeroplane there in the middle and I've converted it into a symbol. Now I'm going to grab hold of that and I'm going to move it off the side of the stage so it can fly onto the stage and off the other side. So on that layer, I'm going to right click the layer itself to create a classic motion guide. And I'm going to draw on that guide layer now. I want to draw a path that it's going to follow. So I'm going to use the pencil tool, which is Shift Y, and I'm going to draw a bit of a crazy path that aeroplanes take. Don't worry how this draws, because you can then come in with your selection tool and you can edit that path simply by going near it. It allows you to edit and drag it around a bit. If this path is too complicated though, when our little plane follows it, it might get lost. So particularly where you get these crossovers here, so don't make them too small. So I'm just going to edit any bits I think a little bit too square. Okay, that's my path. So I'm going to go up to maybe 120 frames. Hit F5 to put some blank frames in. On the bottom layer, aeroplane layer, I'm going to right click and I'm going to put the classic tween on. Now I'm going to attach my plane. You can see it's now attached to, making sure my playhead is at the beginning. There it is, it's attached to the path. Now I'm going to come to the very end of my timeline, 120 frames. I'm going to drag my plane and I'm going to attach him at the end. Now I've got a path and see he follows. So if I go back to first frame, press Q, transform tool. Let's say I can rotate him. There we go. So he's going to come in at the right angle. And then on the last one, if I rotate him, take my plane to go off. Let's see what happens now. It comes in. As you can see though, the plane doesn't really follow the path. It follows our path, but it doesn't orientate to that path. So if we select anywhere on that timeline between the keyframes, you'll notice in your properties panel under tweening, I have options. If we select orientate to path, orient to path, you will now notice my plane follows the path with its nose. Okay, and that is how you create a hand-drawn guide path with an orient to that path.